What's up guys, my name is Masud, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I just want to share my opinion on something that's been on my mind for the past few months now, and that is why I feel being a contrarian can actually make you more successful than the average person. So, let's go. So, you're probably wondering what exactly is a contrarian? Now, a contrarian is an investing term that I ran across a few months ago when I was learning about cryptocurrencies. So if you can remember earlier in the year, around January, December, November time, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these sort of digital currencies were exploding. They exploded onto the scene. Everyone knew about them. They were in the media, in social media, in talks amongst the average, average Joe. Everyone knew about Bitcoin. Everyone's talking about it. And this is when I sort of found out about it as well. I found out about cryptocurrency around November, October time last year, and it inspired me to actually go out and research and read about cryptocurrencies and what exactly they are. So I literally went on YouTube. I watched like so many videos on cryptocurrencies. I read like 6 books on blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in general. I came across so many people just shedding their coins to me. I was bombarded with like cryptocurrency talk and everyone just everyone basically talking about cryptos. But during that time, as I said, I did a lot of research and I ran across a term called being a contrarian. Now, when you relate this to investing and investing behavior, being a contrarian is doing something that's the total opposite of the whole market. So a perfect example of being a contrarian, when we relate this to cryptocurrency, would be when the price of Bitcoin was at its highest. It was at £14,000, $20,000, whatever you want to call it. If you were contrarian, when the price was at its highest, you would have been selling your stock if you were lucky enough to be holding any Bitcoin, which if you were, you probably made a ton of profit. So being a contrarian, so you would have sold at that top price when everyone else was buying at that top price. So it's basically doing the psychologically impossible. If you saw a person acting like this, for example, selling their Bitcoin when it was on the rise and when it was at those peak levels, it's so hard to do because the natural emotion of a human is to actually feel greed and to think, no, I'm gonna wait longer, I'm gonna wait for the price to go even higher. But again, as I said, being a contrarian is doing something that's very, very hard to do. It's against your natural instincts. So it goes against what your brain is telling you to. And what everyone else is influencing you on. So all your friends, everyone in the world is buying Bitcoin, and you're that one person who's selling it. You're selling your stock at that price when there's, everyone's telling you don't hold on to it, the price is going up. You can imagine how hard it can be for someone to actually stick to their guns and actually, sell their stock and get that profit. So if you did manage to sell your Bitcoin at that time, you probably made a lot of profit, as I said. But yeah, basically this is a perfect example of being a contrarian, doing something that's totally unnatural. If you saw someone doing it, you'd be like, what are they doing? Like, what the hell? Why are they doing this? And it's a very, very interesting mindset to have, and I became interested into it. I became interested in contrarianism after I learned about it, and what I wanted to do now is just relate this concept to just general life and business, if you like. If we do that, think about this. Being contrarian can actually make you more successful than the average person, because the average person is not prepared to take that risk or to have that, because they're not prepared to lose whatever they have. They're not confident in their abilities, in their decision making, whatever choice it is, they don't have enough background knowledge to make that firm decision. And so what this does, it sets you apart because it eliminates the competition. Everyone in your field who you're competing against, whether it's business, whether it's your sport, whether it's something else, whoever you're up against, being a contrarian means thinking totally, it's basically, in basic terms, it means thinking outside the box. And if you think outside the box, it eliminates the competition, as I said, and it takes away the people who are not willing to really put in the hard work or actually are willing to risk it. When I say hard work, they're not willing to read about what's going on. They're not willing to actually put the time in to learn the skills needed to actually amplify your potential to be successful in whatever it is that you're doing. I hope that makes sense anyway. And yeah, so being a contrarian is doing something that's a total opposite, a totally unnatural thing. And I think that hopefully by becoming more aware of this concept, you guys can start to implement and start to reflect on your own decisions and your own actions as to what it is that you're not actually doing, that you're and you're being influenced by what culture, society, your friends, your parents, your families tell you to do, but you're not actually doing what your heart tells you, what you're about, basically. So have you ever felt when you do something that your parents have influenced you to do? For example, let's take university, going to university. A lot of teenagers and 18-year-olds have just started, or they're on Freshers Week right now in the UK. Freshers Week, if you don't know and you're not in the UK, is like a 2-week period where universities accommodate fresh undergraduates coming into university, and they have celebrations, parties. So it's a big mess, to summarize. But going off on a bit of a tangent, basically a lot of university students have just started their courses this month, and as you can imagine, there are always people who go to university just because they've been told that's what you have to do. And it's very, very, very hard, especially at that age, to think like a contrarian would. It's very hard to think differently when everyone else is influencing your mindset and your decisions. So what I implore you guys to do is do your own research, do your own, fill your head with good knowledge about your particular field or industry. Read about it, read every day, be passionate, because you're always going to get the market influencing your ideas and how you act. And if you can use your own knowledge and utilize your strengths properly, you don't need to rely on everyone else. You need to get to a level where you're confident enough to trust your own decisions and your own knowledge. And when you get to this place, this is when you become a trendsetter and a leader. Everyone's going to be looking at you because of your actions, because you're so different. And if you do happen to make something successful, if you trust yourself, I believe there's always a way to do something that that you have a belief in. If you strongly believe that you're going to do something, and you trust your research, you're confident, then it's bound to happen. And when you sort of get to that little bit of success, people are going to be looking up to you, and they're going to be saying, wow, I want to know more about this person, I want to learn about him, what actually influences his mindset. And then that's when you sort of grow as a leader, as someone who's influential. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today in this video. I hope it was clear. If it wasn't, what I'm going to try to do in my future videos is actually just write a little bit longer YouTube descriptions. So if you click on the description in my videos from now on, I'm going to try elaborate a little bit more on the concept or topic that I'm talking about, just to make it a little bit more clear for you guys. As I found in some of my videos, I'm not quite happy with how I've explained things, and hopefully I'd love some feedback from you guys, but I just want to make it, I'll add some more text and actually yeah, as I said, elaborate and see if I can add some more to what I said to make it a little bit more clearer and give you guys a better understanding. So that's what I wanted to say for this video. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys later, so have a good day. Peace.